say someone wants to optimize savings. What is the right mindset to start with? Where should the person start think?
Okay, that's the right way to start the journey actually. So we need to have the correct mindset, as Niro said. Now, when you think about it, there is a little bit of psychology behind it, more than the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the last time when you get a bonus or pay rise, promotion, and what exactly happened to that money? Do you have it as a saving? Most probably not. The reason is we have something called affordability bubble.
Right.
Now, what happens is as soon as you getting more money, or if you think you get more money, because that can happen even if you get a new credit card, you think when you have more money, your bubble gets bigger, so you can fit more things into the bubble. As an example, with the last year's salary, you think you can't afford an iPhone, but this year with the increment, you think you can fit it iPhone inside your bubble. Now, most of the people, we keep on growing our bubble, so you fit more materials inside.
Right.
Now, this is never ending journey. Now, the trick is, if you can train your mind, discipline your mind to keep your bubble smaller as possible, so where you have more space to save, invest, enjoy your life, and which will result in long-term happiness.
Great thinking. Yeah, so personally, what I also think is the same. It's basically your advice is around being happy with what you have.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you can. That's true. I mean, you can, if you can be happy with what you have, yes. But I am not asking you to restrict yourself, not buying or purchasing or experiencing something you like.
Right.
As an example, you like hiking, you need a hiking gear. So go get it, that's fine. But be selective of what you buy.
Right, okay, got it. So I think I have a question that we may go further on this, but I'll keep it for some time later. Let's try to dig deeper. Now, the next question that I want to ask you is very specific. Now, say I have the right mindset. I absolutely know how to think in terms of saving, right? Following what you just said. Further to that, tell me few steps that I can immediately start practicing.
The first thing we can do, we need to stop impulse buying.
What's that?
Okay, impulse buying means we buy things when you see it without thinking about much.
Right. Spontaneously, you think that you're gonna buy something.
Exactly. Okay. Now, the world is filled with lots of marketing and stuff. Whenever you walk into a store, when you walk into a shopping mall or even the store, you have lots of options. Now we need to train again. We need to discipline ourselves to not to buy impulse. If you want to buy something, plan for it, and plan for it, save for it, then go for it and buy it. But most of the times we end up buying stuff. Maybe in online. I have done it. Like I have done it in my past. I have ordered this stuff that I don't use. After a while, it's just lying around in my house. But right now, what I do is I really think deeply or think hard. Right now what I do is I look at that product and see how I will enjoy it in the future. If you think I'm really going to use it, then I'll buy it. Otherwise, I'll postpone it.
It's basically look at the use case, right? So if it's not something that's absolutely needed for the moment, you may defer that decision.
Exactly. Needed or you don't actually enjoy.
Enjoy. Okay. So right. Okay. So that is number one. So anything else? Any other basic steps?
Okay. The other one is pay off your credit card bill. That might seem obvious point to take out, but the thing is, most people have their credit card bills. They don't realize how much pay as interest. Now, to put this into perspective, Even Warren Buffett's investment, if when he puts money into a business, he gets the ROI or return of investment around 20 to 25%.
Right.
But when you pay more than 27% for your credit card bill, so paying off your credit card bill may be the best investment you can do.
Right. That's because that gives a lot of saving, more than
Exactly.
any investment could give you.
True. The third step you can take is, we call it pay yourself first. Now, as you know, as soon as we get our salary, we spend more than other times. That we have seen in our colleagues. Even whenever the salaries, when the salary day, we can see everybody is spending lavishly. But the better way to do is pay yourself first before paying for other shopping or anything. Start saving as soon as you get a paycheck or bonus or even the salary.
Mm-hmm.
Now what you can do is you can have some kind of auto transfer in your accounts. Now what I have done is I have set auto transfer for different accounts.
Right.
So as soon as you get your salary into the account, it transfers to the savings accounts automatically. So you are left with the money you need to spend.
That's actually something I also do. So I have few accounts where I know this is the saving that I have to do.
Okay.
So I basically transfer that as soon as I get it, and it's done automatically, right?
So you don't have to think, you don't have to decide to save. That's the main point.
And it's kind of there's a restriction that we are putting, right? Otherwise, it's like when money is available to you, you're gonna overspend.
Exactly.
Right? When it's gone to a different account, you have to put some extra effort to reach that.
Yes.
Right?
Maybe you can take that out from your ATM card. So you can't take money from that account if you withdraw. So you are discouraging yourself, as exactly you said.
So what was the term that you said? Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first, because you are paying yourself before you are paying anybody else.
Right. But for someone who, let's say, someone who is struggling with the money and the expenditure, maybe say if a person has to do 90% of what the person earns, right? So if that person follows your advice, the 90% of the salary is gone, right?
Yes.
So any troubleshooting advice for such people? Say, I mean, at the moment you are not managing your finance well, right? So you have a lot of loans, a lot of payments to be settled. So if you start paying yourself first, so that itself can initiate the problem.
Okay. Yes.
So how do you
Fair point.
tackle that?
Now that's where the budget comes in.
Right.
Now you need to have, you can create a small budget, or what I can call as a monthly budget.
Right.
Now we can elaborate it more maybe in another session actually, how you can budget yourself.
Right.
Now the basic thing I can say is track for 1 month, track your expenses for 1 month, and figure out where
the patterns.
where the pattern, and where how much money you need for groceries or your entertainment or your cable connections and all of the expenses. Then you will have a idea how much you can actually save,
Right.
where you can squeeze, where you can get little bit of more out of these budgets. Then spend that or put that aside as soon as you get your salary. So initially it doesn't matter the amount. You can always, when you have the saving muscle, like in your brain is trained to save, you can expand a little bit. You can actually Google and search about this term, keystone habit.
All right.
Now, keystone habit is you do something regularly to make it a habit, so that will expand into other habits.
Right.
So this saving a little bit into thinking about it and saving every month, maybe your keystone habit.
Okay, sounds good.